Potatohead again, and here's Natalie again.
Wow, you totally rapped that out there. Hello!
Why am I on Wellham Tenderfoot again, you might ask me?
Yes, why are you? What are we doing? We already did Warrior Boots.
We did Warrior, but it's so good! I can't not show you this build.
Okay.
I'm really happy with it.
Okay, alright.
Like, really, I've been PvPing with it for a while now, and I've been beating all these people who are usually good at stuff.
Okay. Wait. What makes you say that though? Because it's hot joins? Question mark?
No. I've been playing this in ranked arenas.
Okay, alright, so you're bad at ranked arenas and you're playing
No, I'm good at ranked arenas now.
Really? Okay, cool.
Okay, look at this. Okay, you ready?
Right. Hi, I'm ready. Alright.
Alright, so here it is. Here's the build.
Okay.
This is gonna be like a sort of interlude Bootspad build, because it's not technically I'm not supposed to be doing Warrior again. So,
Alright,
so just take this with you know, it's a bonus for everybody. Be happy.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm in first person right now, looking like way down at you, by the way, and it's actually making me crane my neck in real life, and it's kind of weird.
I'm in first person looking at your crotch.
Wow, that's inappropriate. I'll say that much.
Okay, so let's get started right now. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
What is less meta than running Mace Sword?
What? Mace Sword? This is what you're running?
Sword.
Okay, alright.
And Sword Shield.
That's not very meta, I'll give you that. Sword Shield is like classic, I'm a warrior guy from other games, but
exactly,
you never really see it in GW2. You never see that. Yeah,
you never see it because nobody has come up with a build this good. And it all bases itself around... Wait, hold on. I'm going to use the PvP one. It's smaller. It's better.
Okay.
It all bases itself around these runes. Rune of the Guardian.
Okay, Rune of the Guardian. Now, Rune of the Guardian's kind of weird because no one ever runs them.
Why does nobody ever run
them? Because they're terrible. Like, they've got... wait, what are the two stats they have? They have power and toughness, right?
Toughness and healing.
Oh, it's toughness and healing. Really?
Yeah, you're supposed to be doing this build at the same time, by the way.
And there's not even oh, okay, fine, alright. Wait, but I don't want to get rid of my meta battle build.
Too bad, do it.
Really? Okay, fine. We're gonna destroy the meta battle build. Okay.
Worst.
So wait, what is it? What is it? Primary healing or toughness?
It's primary toughness.
All right, healing, toughness, and then the T6. When you block a foe's attack, burn that foe for 1 second, which is very on theme with Guardian.
Yeah,
but
ultimately Guardians would never use it, because why would a Guardian care about more burning when it already gives so much burning? First of all. Second of all, why would it care about burning when it can't do condition damage builds?
Yeah, right? Absolutely, yeah.
So, instead, I'm using it as a warrior, who could also block.
Okay, so you're a warrior / guardian. We're back in Guild Wars 1 days with multiclassing.
I like to call this build the Burning Gladiator. Or block down.
Tell me something. Was this invented because you wanted a build that had sufficient burningness to match your aesthetic?
Oh, yes. Now that you mention it, yes.
This has to be your W/G build gear, and then you need different gear for your other builds that look on
exactly.
the game.
Also, I was looking for an excuse to use my shield that I haven't used.
Dude,
forever.
I love that shield as well. The Jade Dragon shield. That's one of the only
Black
Lion shields I've got, or weapons in general. I use that on my engineer. I love that thing.
I love it too. Anyway, so
sorry.
So the thing is, the amulet you could use with this build. I use Celestial right now. I was using what was it called again?
Celestial,
Carrion.
that's pretty meta. Celestial we see on a lot of classes and a lot of specs in PvP.
Yeah, you could also use Carrion with it. It works just as well, pretty much.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of conditions going pumped up. And with my... Hey, get out of here.
That poor guy.
So I'm going to tell you the traits now, okay?
Yeah, okay, alright, the traits.
Okay.
Alright, I'll stick with Celestial then. I'm not equipping the weapons because I haven't fixed it.
Okay, follow me with this. 42404.
42404.
Now the first four, you go to pick up distracting strikes. When you interrupt a foe, you give them confusion.
This is a really good trait. And given what we talked about with the Mesmer thing as well before, right?
Yeah, we were trying to make a confusion build with the Mesmer, and there was a terrible, terrible trait that gave confusion.
Yeah, on a 5-second cooldown, 1 stack on blind, while this one has no cooldown at all, and it's 4 stacks, and it lasts like double the duration. So much stronger. They need to be like on par.
Yeah, agreed. And then I have no idea what to do with the first slot here, the adept.
Banners do damage, bro, obviously. Powerful banners is the best warrior trait, and it should be in any good build.
I put Death from Above just because I wanted to see if I could ever use it.
Oh, dude, you've got Sword Main Hand. I had a friend who I used to PvP with on Legacy of the Foe Fire. He would run that trait, and he would run Sword Main Hand, and you'd sword 2 off into the mid node, like so you'd land right in the middle of the mid. You'd take just a tiny, tiny lick of falling damage, barely affect your health bar, and it would explode everyone in the node all over the place.
Oh man, I might be doing that. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so I want to use that because and it could also interrupt, which is nice.
Why wouldn't you run like?
There's really nothing much else.
Well, Great Fortitude, I guess you can't go too far wrong, right?
Yeah, that's the one that I was using before.
Dual wielding as well has some synergy. Restorative Strength, I know you're on heal sig, sure, but...
They're all okay. I'm running Death from Above right now just for funsies.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, so in arms, I got Deep Cut, Speeds you apply last longer.
Alright, super important.
Then I got in defense, obviously, Cleansing Ire.
Yes, absolutely. This is a very meta build, Boots.
Hey, except that nobody does it.
Alright, go on. No, it's good. It has the things that make it a good build. Go on.
Exactly. But except there's so much play you have with this build, too. Anyway, so right now it's Cleansing Ire and Missile Deflection.
Alright,
so
I like Missile
blocking,
Deflection.
And deflect the missiles back at them, all those stupid rangers. And Power Necros.
So you're running a shield. Why no Shield Master, bro?
Because Missile Deflection.
Shield Master is... I agree 100%.
The only problem with Missile Deflection... Anyway, I'll get to it soon, but... also, I got these blocks and these blocks. These guys. There's more deflection. And then finally, down at the bottom, I'm using Warrior Sprint and Mighty Defenses. So when I block an attack, I gain Might. Also with no cooldown. So the burning on the runes have no cooldown as well. So if I block multiple attacks with my shield or my... these guys... the other guys. Actually, at this point, I could only block multiple attacks with my shield. But I bought multiple attacks. I stack lots of might, and I stack lots of fire on the people attacking me.
Hold on. With a riposte, don't you block multiple attacks if they're all ranged, though? And it's fine?
Except when... Did you know that when you have missile deflection, reflect missiles when you're blocking...
They don't count as blocks?
They don't count as blocks.
Wow, that's a really interesting quirk. That did just flash into my mind, like, moments before you said it. That's crazy.
I know, it's kind of weird. I think they should fix that. Because it ruins my build a little bit. But it doesn't ruin my build.
Yeah, I don't know. That's curious.
It's slightly counterproductive. So I could, I guess, change that for Shield Master. But at the same... So that it's blocks instead of reflects. But it's like the trade-off when you're fighting a ranged person, whether or not you actually want to reflect the missiles back at them or just put them on fire. It's like... You know,
I think mostly you'd want to reflect. What they should do is change Mighty Defenses to be you gain Might whenever you block or reflect an attack.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Because there's no way, there's nothing like that's going to make that totally broken as far as I can see.
Exactly.
And it would preserve the trait. Yeah, that's interesting.
And so my my other skills, I have Bull's Charge just for a gap closer.
Okay.
And also Knockdown to interrupt people.
Alright.
I got Endure Pain. And the third place, you can really put whatever you want. I am running Signet of Might because of reasons. Because I do a lot. It actually adds...
Why? Why Signet of Might?
Because
what the hell?
I usually don't use it. I let it just give me 180 power all the time, and it really helps with my damage a lot.
But this isn't PvE. That's so bad. You should have.
No, it really helps with the damage. I'm telling you. Anyway, you could probably change that. You could change that if you'd like
Zerg
to.
stance. There we go.
Yeah, exactly. You turn it to Zerg stance if you want to.
And slap that elite onto War Banner.
And the elite currently is Rampage, but it could be War Banner or Signet of Rage.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what your elite is. Except Rampage is fun just to go around and destroy things.
Okay, alright. And it's got some synergy because it's heavy CC and you're interrupting confusion.
Exactly. And you could also use it to stability stomp people if you'd like to.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Anyway, so that's basically it. It is probably the best build for PvP I've ever come up with.
Now, I would say, aside from those last two utilities you were talking about, I actually think it's got a lot of what makes a warrior build a warrior build. It really does, and it's not running some kind of the crazy thing it's doing is it's not running like longbow. Like the great thing about cleansing ire that people love is like when you run with a longbow, which most builds do, you don't actually need to land the burst. You just drop it anywhere you like, and then you get the condi cleanses. But I mean, we've talked a little bit before about this. I think the best thing about this build, especially if you went with the carrion amulet, now I'm not saying that that's necessarily better than Celestial, in fact it's almost definitely not, but the thing that's really cool about it is it's like a condi weighted build for warrior that gets its burning from somewhere other than longbow, and like that's so cool to me, dude. Like everyone always just abuses longbow for that burning. Everyone does, and the pin downs, and here you've got that coming in elsewhere, and that's so cool.
Exactly, coming in the back door, and
oh wait, what sigils have you got, by the way? Also,
oh yeah, sorry. So sigils
inappropriate.
on my mace sword, I have Geomancy and Doom.
Okay, all right, good. You're not going crazy. You're not going like impact and paralyzation. All right, go on.
Yeah, of course. And for my sword's shield, I have Generosity and Intelligence.
Generosity, nice. I like it.
Intelligence. Why do you ask?
No.
So that the Generosity, when I swap to this thing, I'll for sure get my Generosity off it in the first 3 hits.
Yeah.
And second of all, I'll remember to every time I swap to sword shield to try out my final thrust right away. I'll always have an automatic critical final thrust if I need it.
Absolutely. See, again, like that's a very big thing we see a lot of, like, so like I think shout bow, like pretty much everyone runs that. Like as soon as intelligence went to 3 hits, it like became this amazing, like awesome thing. Yeah, and again, that's kind of cool as well. Like this is a really minor thing, but when you run like shout bow and you try and do the intelligence thing, it can be annoying when you're in a team fight and you've dropped a longbow F1 and then you swap, and that's wasting your procs of intelligence. That's like annoying. You don't have that issue to worry about.
I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And so the other thing is, though, like I said, it's kind of a variable build, because you could use your Cleansing Ire and be Cleansing Ire-y, which is very nice. This is why I use it. But you could also just drop 2 points out of defense and get rid of your Cleansing Ire and put it into Discipline instead, and take up Brawler's Recovery, which is not as good as Cleansing Ire, but it's up there with Cleansing Ire, because you have 5-second weapon swaps, and that's a condition removed every 5 seconds. It's pretty nice. And you get a stack of might on weapon swap, and you get a little bit more crit damage, and your your skull crack gets reduced time. Wait, I'm not running it right now, but that's another way you could play it.
That's interesting.
And if you don't want to do that either, you could take another point out of discipline, 3 points out of discipline, and put them all into arms, and you could pick up attack of opportunity. When you're attacking bleeding foe, you get 10% more damage. And put on, maybe if you want to, unsuspecting foe to do 50% extra crit chance on things that are stunned, and you have a lot of stuns in this build.
Yeah, I love unsuspecting foe. I think that's so cool as a trait.
It is.
And most people, of course, would run that with like Glacier Hammer approaches and stuff, but still.
Yeah. So, but if you do that, you have very little condition removal, so you might want to put on Berserker stance.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I usually don't. That's why I'm running Cleansing Eye right now, because it's pretty strong, and I like my Warrior Sprint. It's fast. It lets me getting around pretty fast.
Well, and the other thing with Warrior Sprint is, honestly, like, there's not too much in that slot anyway. Like, if you're running shouts, then gaining adrenaline on shouts is a huge thing, but otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah, so I'll just, like, for example, if the reason why I call it block down is because you block things a lot, right?
Okay.
And you lock things down. So in a team fight, it's very, very helpful, because if they target you, you just reflect everything back or make them all go on fire.
Whoa,
so
Boots, this guy, you are going to kill the Mesmer. This guy is running the Thiefy build, where all he does is he stealths and he can cut his stuff, just like you were running.
Oh boy, okay.
Alright, try this one over here. Sorry, you were saying. That was amazing.
I'm catching on. So yeah, so it locks down things in team fights, and if people start attacking you, they learn quickly not to attack you anymore. And yeah, so you're just a really good team fighter, and also in 1v1s it's very good, unless if you have a lot of Condi cleanse. a lot of this thing's damage gets reduced. It's not so bad anymore because I'm using, instead of carrying amulet, I'm using the Celestial amulet,
yeah.
so I do a lot more non-Condi damage.
Or all around stuff, yeah.
Exactly. So one-on-ones is very good, except for against minion masters or turret engies. But if it's a turret engie, that's why when I pop Rampage and then just wreck his turrets.
It's fairly mobile as well. At least it's got
very mobile now with the I got this
hand.
and warrior sprint. So like start attacking this guy. Maybe I'll interrupt him a bit, block some stuff, block some more stuff, make him no longer able to attack. I didn't get to interrupt him yet.
He hasn't actually hit you yet.
Yeah. So basically, that's the build. You do that. You do that to things.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So this really excels at. It sounds like it's a very, very, very good 1v1 skirmisher.
It's very good, and you'd be surprised how good it is in team fights. It doesn't pump out boons or anything
support
to other people.
Yeah.
But it locks down players for other people.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I mean, the main thing that kind of the standard shout bow, that or even like hand bows as well, I guess that people run a lot of, that provide support, especially with shout bow, is they're converting a lot of condis and healing people out with their shouts and stuff, which I guess you don't get so much. But if you can keep people completely down, what do you have like as, I don't know, counters to things like heavy blinding, range? Do you feel like people just that could kite you around a lot can be an issue?
I'm not worried about range, and kiting isn't so bad either because I have warrior sprint and also some gap closers. But range is really not a problem because if they just attack me at range, I just keep reflecting things back at them.
Bull's charge seems crazy, dude. It's a good build until you get to utilities, in my opinion. I think all the utilities you picked, except Endure Pain, are like questionable. I think the utilities are the bad bit. I think that when you look
what
at
would you put instead?
For the utilities, I'd get rid of Bull's charge. I would put in balanced stance so that I can actually stomp people and provide in the downstate fights, which is going to be so important, especially when you consider about like the theme of your build is like stunning and locking people down. There's not really a thing when they're in downstate anyway. I wouldn't rely on Rampage for the stability to be stomping people. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I would have Rampage off and I would have War Banner on. War Banner swings fights massively. It's broken. It's stupid. It's just one of the most unfun things for people to fight against, so that means you absolutely have to run it. I've lost too many team fights by just getting a lot of solid kills, popping people off, spiking them down properly, and then someone just wanders in and War Banners, and the damn thing's AoE, and it's just, especially when you get to like good teams as well, make really good use of that War Banner. They'll, you know, if you're a Mesmer and you've got a Thief on your team and you know your ally is about to War Banner you, the smart thieves, they blink next to your body. The Elementalist, they Vapor Form so that you pile up and you get that AoE component off all the time. I don't know, I think it's so much stronger than Rampage. And Rampage is kind of cool that, yeah, you get the confusion stacks and I don't know, I just think it's far too strong to drop. And then what else were you running? I cannot believe Signet of Might. I'm sorry. No.
It's yeah,
no.
But I still use it because if I don't have Signet of Might, then my what is it? My power, instead of being right now it's like 1770 when it doesn't have any might on. But if it didn't have that, it would be like 1500 and whatever.
Signet of Might is only in the game so that you can kill shot / eviscerate guardians in the middle of popping their heal skill. That is all it is there for, and I can test anyone to say that it's useful or fun in any other situation.
But now I could pommel bash people in the middle of doing their heal skill.
Yeah, whatever. Like, I get it. That is pretty cool, and I do like the utility of it. I like the concept of the skill, but certainly keeping it for its passive and basically, you're giving this up for just two. The thing is, the warrior, you need Zerk stance as well. If this whole build is like, I want to be good against like 1v1ing, I want to be that kind of skirmishy guy, then you need to be strong in a variety of matchups. You need to be strong against the people who stacked a ton of condis onto their builds, and you're going to need the Zerk stance. You need to be strong against the people who are trying to go YOLO ham on glassy builds, so then you're going to need the Endure Pain. That's your 3 utilities done, and your elite done. And like there is a little variation. So is that like
every warrior has to take those 3 utilities?
No, it definitely depends on matchup, and I think that with personal preference you can swap stuff around. And again, like I've mentioned shout bow quite a few times here, they're going to load up on shouts to try and accomplish different things. Like they might not need Zerk stance because they can get the Condi cleansers through the other
through their other
abilities. But yeah, like these are like the dream utilities, and I don't know. I'm not saying you have to run all three all the time, but the fact that you only had one of them, I don't know. I would question it. You got the heal sig, I think is pretty good.
Yeah. By the way, I just remember, like I talked about it before. Healing Signet, 20-second cooldown. Rampage has a 20-second duration. I don't know how many times I had like 3,000 health left, and I pop Rampage just to stay alive, and I die pretty fast because I don't have that much more health with Rampage.
Yeah.
But I just can't believe I keep on forgetting. I could just pop Healing Signet, heal up another 3,000, 4,000 health, and then Rampage,
it away.
and it'll
yeah,
be
that's
back
a cool
up.
little combo. Yeah, that is cool. That is cool.
But
Rampage
yeah.
as well obviously reduces the incoming damage you're taking flat, which is really cool as well.
Yeah, 25%.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So there you go.
Well, the other big thing I would say is bad about it, okay, is the cool thing about it is the Guardian runes. Like, I like the idea. It's Condi, it's got poison from Doom, it's got confusion, it's got loads of bleed, obviously, and then it's got the sweet spot. Without a longbow, it also gets the burning on there. You know, someone 100 blades you while you're blocking in a shield stance, and they have tons of burn duration on them. Cool. But maybe if you just put a longbow on instead of, like, the sword shield.
But the longbow, like, if you go handbow, you don't have blocks.
Okay, yeah,
and
but
reflects.
then you could change the runes and it would just be a stronger build all round.
Or I don't think so.
Or you could just go friggin' pure Condi and run sword, longbow and have your carrying amulet and run Condi runes and nightmare runes and get the fears and the cool stuff, and then there you go.
I don't. I'm not running that because I don't want to.
All right, well, there you go.
All right, well, thanks, Natalie.
Yeah.
But yeah, you made some good points. But no, honestly, fun build to play. I like it a lot.
And maybe this is the least Boot's bad build.
I think it might be. I think it actually might be.
Wow. Well, there you go.
All right, that's why it was an interstitial bonus Boot's bad builds. I'm gonna. Oh, maybe that's what I'll call it.
Bonus boot. Wow. Does that mean there's gonna be lots of these?
Boot's bad bonus build.
Why aren't they just called Boot's builds?
I don't know. All right, see you later, everybody.
Bye.